told you all that transpired. I was pummeled to a pitiful pulp and then forced to watch while the simian one sullied fair Lulu's lips.
See, I need you to take me through it again, okay? Step by step, starting from when Logan walked through the door.
Why?
Why? Because you told me that he forced Lulu. He's not going to do it again.
I realize...
The Jekyll appreciates your concern. But I assure you, fair Lulu escaped the incident without injury, and so I just don't see the point in unleashing deadly force upon the unworthy one, be it warranted or not.
Just tell me what happened.
I mean, I would come off wimpy if I, ran crying to my wise but lethal mentor seeking assistance with the Krabby Commando. I mean, the Jekyll's obviously a lover, not a fighter, but I would never ask nor expect you to intervene on my behalf. I was just unloading my not-so-secret pain to you, my trusted and loyal friend. I never intended for the Krabby Commando to disappear into the ether.
Did you provoke him?
I may have commented on the unworthy one's simian ways, or maybe thrown an insult or two his way, but I mean nothing that warranted the beatdown that was most painfully received.
What did Lulu do after Logan hit you?
The brave blonde one was in the process of, warning the Krabby Commando off when he forced an unwanted kiss on her lips. And the Jackal was ready to rise to her defense when the clean-cut cadet, Cooper Barrett, beat him to it. So, and he restrained him from further advances. But, no, okay, look, okay. The blonde one has forgiven the simian one's transgressions. She has. So, out of respect for her, I think we should just let it go, I mean, all the major damage has been done already.
Come in. Hey. What do you want? Well, I thought we could discuss your husband's new job. Lucky's hands-on approach is exactly what I'm looking for in a bodyguard.
Well, if you need to speak to him, you're going to have to come back because he's not home right now.
No, actually, I was hoping to get your thoughts on our new relationship.
I have nothing to say.
Wow. My gosh, do you ever get tired of lying? I mean, it's just that you're obviously upset about Lucky protecting me, and I just don't know why you would say it and instead of doing whatever it is that you're doing when you're trying to punish him. My God, I can only imagine the kind of cold shoulder you dish out. Except, of course, when you're with Jason.
If you care about Lucky so much, why don't you stop seducing him to get back at Jason?
You don't seriously expect me to believe that you're jealous of Lucky?
He is my husband.
Well, not in any way that really counts. You made that pretty clear when you testified in court about your night with Jason. Why are you even bothering to hold on to your joke of a marriage? It's obvious to everyone, including your husband, that you would rather be with Jason.
Lucky wants to work things out. So do I.
The only reason why Lucky wants to work things out is for the children.
We agreed to keep our family together.
Did? That's funny. Where was that concern for Lucky when you ran into Jason's arms at the courthouse? You are not fooling anyone, Elizabeth. The only thing you care about is Jason.
You're fighting about Jason?
I came over here to try and clear the air with Elizabeth so there wouldn't be any tension between the two of us now that you're working for me, but all Elizabeth cared about was whether or not Jason and I were getting back together. Well, the answer's no. So you can have them all to yourself.
Whatever Carly's done, handle it, because I'm not in the mood.
It's not about Carly. It's about Logan Hayes. I want that kid out of the organization.
What happened?
He took a cheap shot. Spinelli laid the poor kid out on the floor. Lulu tried to step in, and he got rough with Lulu.
Okay, Trevor Lansing is nosing around for a takeover by Anthony Zaccaro, and you're worried about Spinelli getting a fight over a girl?
I understand that, but Lulu was a friend.
But Lulu was a kid. And Spinelli and Logan aren't much more. What they do, think, or feel is not going to matter a week from now. As a matter of fact, years from now, they'll forget about each other. And if they don't, they damn well should.
I think you won.
Well, that would be a first.
What's wrong?
The Jackal is bereft for many reasons. The rapidly rising price of barbecue chips, the vanishing of the polar bear, the absolute lack of testosterone coursing through my veins, not to mention the unworthy one's skill at winning the blonde one's heart. But most of all, I'm angry at myself for telling the truth about my hated rival without pausing to think of the dire consequences.
Okay, what are you talking about?
The fifth of the 7 deadly sins, wrath.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to, to want someone to vanish from the face of the planet. It's actually quite another thing to actually make it happen. When is the Jackal going to learn that just seeking revenge just makes things worse?
Seeing as the car's getting ready to make a move, why do we need this kid on the payroll?
Jason, we got a lot going on right now. We can't take time out to referee some playground fight that Spinelli's having. Tell him to man up. I know it's difficult, but he's got to stand up for himself for once.
What about Lulu?
What does Lulu want you to do?
She did nothing.
Then don't do anything.
Fine. I'm just telling you right now, Logan is a punk. If he touches
I don't
Spinelli,
have time. Jason, right now, I got a lot of things going on, important things that are bothering me.
What is going on?
I just saw Rick's father sticking his tongue down Kate's throat.
Hey.
I hope it's okay that I called him.
Yeah. No, look, if you hadn't, I would have. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to show up at your house like that. I thought that I could make peace with Elizabeth, but I can't. I've figured that out, not with Jason between us.
Sam, you don't have to apologize. I know you were only trying to help.
Yeah, and ended up making things worse. I do that a lot, okay? I find myself in this hole and I try and dig myself out, and for one reason or another I just wind up sinking even further down every single time, only this time I'm taking you and wrecking your marriage in the process.
You know what, my marriage isn't falling apart because of you.
Elizabeth made it very clear that she doesn't want you guarding me.
You know, Elizabeth, she thinks that there's something going on between us.
Yeah, well, what do you think? I'm sorry. Do you have a problem with this?
You know, I bet you can't wait to tell Elizabeth. She'll be upset. You'll be there to comfort her, just like always.
Lucky, don't do this.
You may get my wife, but you're never taking my sons. Speaking of which, I need to go check on my boys. You gonna be okay?
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised. You had the chance to warn Lucky and you didn't.
About what?
Well, I told you I was going to get him into bed. And I will.
Lucky doesn't deserve this.
Elizabeth sure as hell does. She wasn't thinking when she blew my life apart, so I'm just returning the favor. Unless, of course, you decide to kill me first. Was the threat, right? And you would kill me if I did anything to hurt Elizabeth. I don't know. Does sleeping with a husband that she doesn't care about count? I mean, I wouldn't think it does, but who knows? Elizabeth would use just about any excuse to come crying on your shoulder. So when she does, am I gonna, be found floating face down in the harbor?
You know, all this anger you're carrying around is hurting you more than I ever could.
Oh, no, Jason. You have hurt me enough. And I don't expect you to feel bad about it. I mean, why should you? You don't feel anything else. So answer the question. Am I going to die because I was hitting on Lucky?
Like I said before, if anyone threatens Elizabeth or her children, and I trace it back to you like I did those men in the park,
I'll be dead. Wow. I never thought that we could hate each other